Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the elders who preach this word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. In the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, El Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Say shalom to your Akim out there. And this is another sit-down lesson that I want to do for today as of January 5th, 2023 on this Thursday afternoon at 3:42 p.m. Central Standard Time. And this is a news article from CNNBC.com published by Alex Harian, and Cameron Rennick, if I pronounced those names right. And this was as of updated Thursday, January 5th, 2023 at 4:16 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's the East Coast, the Northeast Coast, I believe, over there in New York City and Boston and those regions, as you have the stocks exchange. The bell just closed about an hour ago of Eastern Standard Time in that region, because over here is Central Time. Over here is Central Standard Time. Over there in the East Coast is Eastern Standard Time. So, and it reads, the Dow Jones closes negative 300 points lower after a strong job data signals more rate hikes. So that goes into the rate hikes of the federal tax interest rate hikes with the I guess they gonna continue to battle with the inflation, even though they have a strong data jobs report. So they're gonna tackle, I guess the Federal Reserve of made another announcement of more federal tax hikes. And it reads, stocks fell Thursday after a jobs data shows the labor market is still strong despite the Federal Reserve interest rate hikes to tame inflation. It says the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell negative 339.69 points, or 1.2%, to 32,938 points, which is weighed down by Walgreens, which lost 6.13% after earnings shows 5.2 billion upward. Litigation settlement drove a quarterly loss. The S&P 500 shares 1.16% to close at 3,810 points, and the Nasdaq Composite slipped 1.47% to 10,305.24. The Bed Bath and Beyond shed 29.88 after saying it's short on cash and considering bankruptcy. And crypto-friendly bank Silvergate Capital plunged 42.73% after it disclosed major customer withdrawals of all three averages are on a track to notch 5 weeks of losses. It says, stocks rose from lower of the day and afternoon but remained down when St. Louis Federal Reserve President James Bullard said that 2023 may be a de-inflationary year in a speech. He also noted that while current policies isn't significantly restrictive, it's moving in a direction that should reach in this year. Stocks opened up lower after a DP private payroll report shows that employers added 235,000 jobs in December, well above economic estimate. Wages are also increased more than anticipated. Right, because I believe here in Illinois they was gonna raise the minimum wage for workers, full time and part time. It says, I mean, I don't know about other states, but they showed made here in Illinois about that. The day before yesterday, it says signs that the labor market remains hot. Later in the morning, weekly jobless claims in below expectations and showed a drop in continuing claims. While we get a better overview picture of the jobs market tomorrow, private payrolls beating expectations and jobless claims coming below, and the indication that the labor market remains resilient, says Michael Laura, a Morgan Stanley Global investment official. It says these coming on the heels of a big name company announced a sizable job cuts, which they did with Amazon and other companies as well too. It says so there is no doubt the market pressures are waiting on companies, but remains to be seen when hiring will slow. Discrim, Scrambly, if I pronounced that right. He added, on Friday, investors will review December's October jobs report for updating data, employment and hourly wages. Economic estimate that U.S. employers added 200,000 jobs in December, which would represent a moderate slowdown from gains in previous months. It says a higher number will be further bad news to the federal that labor markets is still strong. Right, labor markets is still strong. In addition, investors do not want to see big gains in wage growth, which would signal higher inflation. So yeah, that's what the Federal Reserve made that announcement. That was going to be a most likely scenario of federal tax, interest rate hikes to tame the inflation once again. Like I've been covering stories of this last year as well too, into this year as well too, as you're continuing to tackle and tame the inflation. So they continue to try to ease the inflation, even though you have these good job reports, good data statistics been showing in jobless claims and all that, etc. And I believe they're gonna make another report out as well too to determine what the federal interest rates is gonna increase once again, to try to tame the inflation, along with the consumer spending and oil prices, etc. As we always know for sure, the markets react to what's going on financially, economically, and globally, and data statistics shows as well too, or what the Federal Reserve, what announcement that they're going to make, if it's going to lead to continuing federal interest rate hikes to lower or ease the inflation as well too. So as you have it right now, the Dow Jones, the S&P 500, and the Nasdaq, they all close in the negatives of this week. I believe they had a good solid gain yesterday, but a day later, the stocks went back down once again, as of negative 338, I believe, of the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq Composite. I believe they went down 1.2%, along with the Dow Jones. They won 0.2%. That's why it went down to negative 383 points, or 382, I believe so, or negative 338. So yeah, so with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying. Of this news article that I just recently just brought out as of January 5th, 2023 at 4:16 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in regards to the New York Stock Exchange as it fell once again, as it crashed. And I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Akarkadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. And Shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And Shalom to the elders that's out there, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. In the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Akarkadash. And until next time, I will say Shalom.